Welcome back, everyone. It's so good to see you. How are you guys doing today? We doing all right? Good to see you all back and some new faces as well. Brett, I'm glad you were able to make it. Azuro, I'm glad your PC is good now. 3, 2, 1. Oh goodness, here we go again with the boop command. I'm happy to see you too, Bread. And everyone else. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you guys got to make it. Oh my gosh, hello! Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Today we're just going to be doing some UTAU stuff. This stream is going to be very exciting. I'm so excited for this stream. Alrighty. Already so many boops. Yes, the boop counter does cross over from previous streams. It looks like it's still broken, but whatever, it's fine. Thank you for the hug as well. By the way, if you were planning to spam the boop command, just be warned, it does have more of a cooldown now. So if it doesn't work, it's because the cooldown is longer. I think it's like a minute now or something. But yes. Alrighty. Does everything sound okay? Can you hear me? Can you hear the music? Just making sure the levels are good. Hello, Aftha. Welcome in. Wah, wah, wah. Hugs. I'm returning hugs. 109 hugs. Wow. Yes, I did. I nerfed the boop command because of how often I was getting attacked by point proven. Oh my gosh, you guys are relentless with the boops. Just wait until I am a Twitch partner, then I'll have a channel point reward. Wahahaha. Alright. Well, the first thing we're gonna do today is watch some videos. I have a channel. Stop saying wah wah wah. It's so cute. No, I'm not cute. How dare you? Hump. Yes, Ryeon did design my model amazingly well. I love how it looks so much. Yes. Okay, anyways, as I was saying before I was interrupted by boops. Today we're going to start with just some videos. You guys have sent me some videos in the Neo React channel. And yeah, we're going to take a look at what those are. So we'll start with that first. And after that, we are going to take a look at the project file for the most recent UTAU cover that I did, because I have some stuff to show you with how I made that. And also we can listen to Gray's voice without the instrumentals. Alrighty. Alright, React videos. Let's see. Aftha sent me quite a few things. I'll try to randomize it and look at stuff from multiple different people. And I am going to go ahead and pause the music so that you guys can hear this just fine. Alright, the first video is a fox video. Absolutely perfect. Okay, let's see. Can I hear it? We're going to see if I can hear it or not. Why can't I hear it? What? That's so weird. I can't hear the videos. That's a problem. Speaking of Gray, is Hunter here? No, Hunter's not here yet. I don't know why. He will be here soon, though. He is, busy. Ah, the boop. My plan to make him do adorable sounds worked. What do you mean? No. What? I'm not adorable. Hunter sleeping. Yeah. We'll see. Oh, That would be why I can't hear sound. The audio is muted. Would you look at that? Who knew? When you mute a video, you can't hear it. Oh my goodness. I feel so fluffy and dumb sometimes. Okay, we got it. We got it. Yes, Aftha, it is the fox video. Busy sleeping. Well, if someone wants to ping him, I would not be opposed to that. He'll be in here shortly, though. I know he will. All right, let's see. So for the first video, is this the right one? Let me make sure this is the right one. Yeah, it is. Ah, humph. It's Aftha, canine brain. Wow, Sherlock. Yeah, who would have thought? Okay, here we go. Listen to their sounds. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh my gosh, I love the squeaks that they make. The squeaks that they make.
Aww.
Yes. Oh my goodness, that's one of my favorite videos. The boop. The cute little jump. Rolling in the snow. Oh, the affection. Absolutely, we love that. Oh, so cute, so small. Look at how tiny. Wow. So menacing, so aggressive. That was so cute. Oh my goodness. I love that. I love fox videos. I'm literally a part of a Twitter group for fox videos because I just love seeing them so much. Foxes are like canines. Canine chuckle. Azuro said Neocore. Absolutely. Also, thank you for all the boops and hugs. I am returning, absolutely returning. Hunter has literally called me out before because when I'm surprised, sometimes I instinctually make fox noises. And he's been like, you literally sound like a fox and you're not even trying. I know. Humph. Yes, you are a fox as well, Miko. Amazing. Okay, let's see. That video is from Aftha. We have a video from Roy. Ooh, it's of red pandas. We love spreading cute animals. Absolutely. Let's do it. Here we go. Red pandas cute video. Oh my gosh, they're so fluffy. I love how clumsy and fluffy they are. Aw, the pouncing. They're like bears but cats at the same time. Oh. That is so adorable. I want to pet one. I wonder how soft they are. They squeak. Oh my gosh, that was so cute. They squeak. Oh, I want to boop it. I want to boop it. Oh. Oh, that is adorable. Basket. Okay, amazing. That's so cute. I love red pandas so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you for that video. Amazing, absolutely. My old persona used to be a fox, you say. Hey, fox personas for the win. We love that. Gymnast red panda, indeed. While Neo is undoubtedly the most fox and fluffiest of us, I do find it funny how one of my laughs is literally just hee 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 hee. Bread, I literally love your laugh when you do that. It's so funny. It is the best. It is amazing. Let's see. Me and Azuma. You and Azuma cuddling? Yeah, absolutely. Cuteness aggression. Fire Hunter has awoken. Indeed, he has. He says, "Shoot, I'm late." That's all he says. Okay, he will be here soon. Hopefully he joins chat. We'll see. But in any case, I think we have time for one more video. It looks like Ryeon also sent me a video, so let's take a look at that. For a jock roleplay. Oh boy. Oh boy. I can't wait for this. Oh boy. Here, let's see if you could see this. This one has a different aspect ratio, so it's probably gonna look weird at first. Okay, let me move it over. There we go. Okay. All right, video from Ryeon.
Let me do a little bit of what is it, jock role play. So imagine you're up against the wall.
Okay.
No.
Stop. Stop. You literally had me panicking for a second. You can't just do that. Stop. So imagine you're up against a wall. Listen. It is BetaEtaDelota. Listen, I cannot handle tops, okay? Tops make me freak out. Like, if you are a top, you intimidate me automatically. But in a good way. I could hear the bottom in the mic. Calling myself out right there. Oh, I can't handle that. Gay, absolutely gay. Yeah, no, but I will post all of those videos in the description just so we have credit given where credit is due for the people who posted those. But thank you for the video suggestions so far. In future streams, I will be reacting to more videos. So if you have YouTube Shorts or TikToks or short videos or of any kind that are, of course, family friendly, please send them to me and I will react to them on stream. So yeah. On the note of tops, do they know about the stoplight? Oh no. Bread. Ah. Thank you for the boop. Bread, no, they don't know about the stoplight. The stoplight. Listen. I have a folder of images called Things I Shouldn't Simp For, and someone made a stoplight muscular, okay, and it was hot, and I was simping for it, and Bread caught me simping, and he was judging me. Am I gonna have to show you guys? Okay, Bread, I'm assigning you with finding that picture. If you can find it, please send it in chat. Literally, no, it's a furry stoplight. It's literally a furry stoplight. It's a Cerberus stoplight. It's literally called Cerberus lights. There's an artist on Twitter who made it. Hang on, I might be able to find it. Let me check my folder. Oh my goodness. It's a stoplight guy that has 3 heads, so it's a Cerberus. If you have seen anything about me, you know that I also sent for Cerberus from Fortnite, like, and it's not okay. Oh goodness, where is it? Okay, I don't think it's in this folder. Is it in this folder? Question mark. Bear with me, please. Objectifile? Is that even a thing? I guess that is a thing. Well, it's not inanimate necessarily. Like, it would have, I guess it would be sentient. Oh my gosh. Okay. I can't find this. Hang on. Let me search for it. Bread, if you find it before me, please ping me. Oh my gosh. I gotta show you guys this. It's not here. Okay, you know what? Alternate search method. We're gonna find it. Maybe to derail the entire stream mentioning many things you simp for. Oh my gosh, Fire Hunter, you're here. Hello. Welcome to the stream. We're just talking about how I simped for a stoplight one time. Don't mind me. Okay, I found it. Oh my god. Okay, it's in it's in the folder entitled Things I Shouldn't Simp For. Here it is. Okay. Ghostkin is the artist on Twitter. Ah. Who did the boop? Ah. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna switch to this so that you guys can see. Okay. Like, okay, he's on the left right here. This is him. Okay. Okay. Like, tell me I'm crazy. Come on. Like, hello. Oh, but it gets worse. It gets worse because this isn't the only one. This isn't the only one. It isn't just a normal stoplight. There's also a furry version of it. I'm not okay. Okay, where's the furry version? Hold on. Hold on, there's a furry one. Here it is, here it is, here it is. Like, come on. Come on. Tell me not. Tell me not. You have a what folder? A folder entitled Things That I Shouldn't Simp For. Yes. Oh my gosh. I will send this in the Discord server after the stream for you guys. Ah. Thank you. See, I told you, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. What is this about? Directing the flow of traffic in my bloodstream from head to other places. Yeah, okay, never mind. Anyway. Why did I screenshot that comment? Borough stoplights, yes. Anyways, side tangent over. Yeah. Thank you for the hug and for the boop. All right. Let's take a look at the project file for the stream, or for the recent UTAU cover. How about that? How about we do that? Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, FL Studio. All right. Check Neo fan art. Okay, I'll check Neo fan art before I do this. 1 second. Checking Neo fan art. Too much neonzite. I'm glowing. Oh my gosh. Wow. What are you cooking up? I am so excited to see what you're cooking up. Are you drawing me? Hello? Flashbang. Neobang. I'm not saying that again, actually. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Anyways. Oh no. Alright, changing the subject. Let's take a look at the project file for Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town. Let's see if this works. If you can hear this. Hey! You can hear it. And we have a visualizer. How cool is that? Stop quoting me! No! I instantly regretted saying that. I knew this would happen. Guys, it's like a flashbang, but neon. No, don't make it dirty, please. Okay. Anyways, let's hear Higoe Grey's beautiful voice. For those of you who haven't heard him yet, this is what he sounds like. We've got lots of harmonies going on here. I love how this turned out as well. Here's just the harmonies. And I also use neon smoke because, of course. Just a whisper in the background to add like texture to the voice. I love how this turned out so much. Yeah. Yeah, Bread, neon flashbang. We'll go with that. Yes, Miko, this is Higoe Grey. Here's just the main vocal. Crazy noisy bees are down. And if you guys have any questions about mixing, please do let me know. I'd be happy to answer questions like briefly. We will have another stream where I'm going over like actually the details of mixing and showing you guys the process and stuff. But if you have questions, please do let me know. Yeah. Oh, the ending of this cover is so fun. I love what I did here. So we have the main vocal and the harmonies, of course, and then I did like this little ad-lib thing that I thought was so cool. I had this idea just randomly while I was making the cover, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that. We're going to do that. So it goes like this. And then there's like this background chorus. Leave it to me to always put in chorus stuff. Oh, I love chorus stuff. It's so good. Sugoi desu. He reminds me of Walt. Okay, I can see that. Walt is another fire-themed furloid, actually. He's like... Didn't he do like a really fire-themed cover recently? Or something? That's kind of funny that you say that. I haven't heard Walt's voice in a long time, though. Absolutely vibey background chorus. Yes, so we've got this. Crazy noisy bees are down. And there's also like a bunch of harmonies over here too, cause fun. There's like a little yeah thing at the end too. It's really quiet, but it's like a nice detail. So yeah, fun cover. I really enjoyed doing this. I don't think I'll be distributing the acapella or the UST just cause like there's already a really good UST out there for this song, and I don't want to step on that guy's toes or anything. So in the meantime, you can hear some exclusive stuff here in the stream. Crazy noisy bees are down. Fun harmonies. Oh, I love that chord. That part's very much inspired by Misu. That's like the inspiration I took from Misu right there. Ooh. Do you know sheet music? As a beginner guitar player, I rely on numbers rather than the musical symbols. How do you tune like with sheet music or something else? Oh, great question. Very great question. Okay, so I am a pianist, yes. So I do know sheet music. I can read sheet music, albeit slowly. Oh, dog man. Yeah. I do know sheet music, but I figure this stuff out by ear most of the time. So like listening to what sounds right. It also helps to know a bit of music theory because then you can be like, oh, the function of this chord is this in this context, and then you can use that knowledge to kind of like figure out what notes to put different voices on. But it takes a lot of practice to get to the point where that's kind of an instinctual thing. Um, but next time I do like a full on tuning and mixing stream, I will go over the details of that because there are some things you can do that are really helpful. And I'm going to make a music theory tutorial video for UTAU just because there's some great things that can help you guys, especially like knowing how keys work. Like every piece of music for the most part is in a specific key. And so you can know what notes work with the melody based on what notes are in that key for the most part. Of course, there are exceptions and things, but yeah, that's generally how I do it. I do it by ear, but doing it with sheet music is also a very valid approach, especially because if you can find like a good piece of sheet music to reference, then it can really help you, especially if you aren't like into arranging your own harmonies and stuff. But yeah. Anyways, thank you for the question. That's a very good question, and I'm excited to get into it in more detail in the future. And also, I will be doing some tuning with Higoe Grey at the end of the interview section. So stick around for that, and I can show you some stuff. All right, that is about all I have for the demo portion. I am going to go over and see if Hunter is ready to start the interview. I'm so excited, you guys. Not NeoBang. Why? Okay. Hunter is ready. All right. Hunter, get in here. Thank you for the boop. Ah. Oh, I don't think they can hear you yet. Hang on. Okay. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Can you guys hear Hunter?
People, can you hear me?
Your name just says F. Hang on. I need to fix
Does
that.
it?
Okay,
I'm
there
not
we go.
sure if people hear me or not.
Do people hear you?
Hello?
Time to quote. I think they can. Yes, we can hear you on stream.
Yay!
All right.
Am I quiet? Or, like...
I think the volume should be good. I did test it, so hopefully it should be fine. But yeah,
Right.
viewers, do let us know if there is any weirdness with the volume. I'm going to resume the music.
I'm watching the stream, but I have it muted.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Aftha booped you.
Oh gosh dang it.
do not nom me. How dare you, humph.
I have been booped twice.
Lionel says you sound like you just woke up.
Is that to me or you? Because I wish that I just woke up. Gosh. I just got,
Right?
well, I got back from work, like, what, less than an hour ago, so.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
just have a naturally deep voice.
Yes, you do have a naturally deep voice. We love your naturally deep voice. You guys can boop Hunter too, you know. You don't just have to boop me.
No, you're the very boopable Wolf.
Humph. No. All right. Well, are you ready to start the interview?
Ready when you are.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you some just general questions first, and after that we will move on to the community questions because we did receive a lot of questions from you guys,
Yes, and I'm glad. I will gladly answer all of them.
and I'm so excited. Okay, so my first question, or rather, just inquiry. Can you explain the difference between Higoe Grey, Minus Hunter, and Neon Smoke?
Okay. So this kind of gets a little bit into his backstory. But
Mhm.
basically, Neon Smoke is public appearance. Everyone in his universe, in the public, knows him as Neon Smoke. Because he has to hide his identity. Because furries aren't exactly widely known
Yeah,
in
in your
his
universe, furries
universe.
aren't like super accepted, right?
Yeah, so he has to hide his identity, and but he also wants to um get out there, and so Neon Smoke is what he is known for.
Yeah.
Um, Minus Hunter, is that the other option that you said?
Mm-hmm. Minus Hunter and then Higoe
Minus
Grey.
Okay, Minus Hunter is his actual name,
Mm-hmm.
or I guess kind of backwards. It would be Hunter Minus
Yep.
technically.
M stands for
Um,
minus in his middle name.
yes. So that's his actual name, and then Higoe Grey is, I forgot what was the translation of that.
Um, Fiery voice or voice of fire, and then Grey is your
Yeah.
nickname.
Yeah. So then Higoe Grey is UTAU name.
Mm-hmm. So 3 different names for the same person.
Yes.
Do you ever go by your middle name? So just Minus?
Feel like he would.
Okay, because
Um,
I've heard him be referred to as Minus before.
yeah, it's kind of like my real life name situation where
Oh yeah, yeah.
my real life name and my middle name in real life, I basically use both of them as my real name, so anyone could call me either or, and I'd respond. I think it would be the same situation for him, where
Mm-hmm.
half the time he's called by his first name, half the time he's called by his middle name, and he responds just as well to either of them.
Yeah. Well, cool.
I think in his universe, he would be referred to either or, but to us, I guess I will be more likely to call him by his middle name Minus than his first name Hunter because I have 2 characters. Well, no, I have a lot of characters named Hunter. So,
Oh yeah. So Minus is just easier.
yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah, that helps for like confusion and stuff. If you ever don't know who you're talking about, um if it's if it's any one of those 3 names, we're talking about Hunter M Gray. Hunter Minus Gray is his full like real name. So yeah, they all refer to the same person. All right. That's that was a great answer. Awesome. All right, shall we move on to the next question?
Yes.
Explain what universe your timeline takes place in.
Interesting. Um, so I was thinking like, should I wait on answering it in this way or not? Because this might jump the gun on another question. But
Oh.
now might be a good way to answer is that there's this one original universe that I have all my other characters and stories in.
Mhm.
That's kind of like the main universe.
Mhm.
This universe, I like to think, is the almost reverse of that, the Minus universe.
Yeah.
And in my mind, this universe is where it's still similar, where everyone is still normal, civilization, all that, but then abnormal things do exist. For example, like like aliens, Higoe Grey, other UTAUs,
Other furloids.
Vocaloids. Yeah, all of
Mhm.
them exist in that universe.
Minus
So,
Neo also exists in that universe.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of characters named Hunter Bread.
Oh yeah.
Too many, too many to count, if I'm being honest.
Lionel called it the Hunterverse.
Oh
It's
gosh.
more like the minus verse, honestly.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea of his universe.
Mm-hmm.
Then also in his specific timeline, I guess when the UTAU got created, it is the future.
Okay.
Um, I wanted that specifically because I guess his vibe would fit that, but then also I wanted his birthday to be very, very specific.
Oh
And
yes.
I'm not gonna reveal that unless it's a future question.
Okay.
I'm not gonna reveal that.
Mm-hmm.
So
You
yeah, but
guys
his
can do your own
birthday-
research to figure out why his birthday is what it is.
Yeah. But I chose his birthday very specifically, and I still wanted him to be somewhat old.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, Azuro, yes, you are canon. All furloids are canon in this universe.
Yes.
Miko asked in chat, is it cyberpunk dystopia?
I don't know.
I wouldn't really call it dystopian, but it's
Yeah,
more
like
close to real life.
cyberpunk. Yeah, I'd
Definitely
say
cyberpunk.
futuristic. Like you said, cyberpunk would fit it, but not cyberpunk dystopian.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd like to think that it's a bit more stable.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right. Next question.
yes.
Great answer, by the way. Okay, so the next question I have is, what is Minus Hunter's special ability?
You say that as if there's one.
Well, the main one.
Okay. I guess I'll kind of briefly go over each of his individual powers.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's like three main ones. I guess I'll start off with his temperature change.
Yes.
So he has the ability to change the temperature of anything. He can do it with his body, with objects in sight, maybe a person. He can increase the temperature or decrease the temperature to like freezing levels.
Mm-hmm.
He can't. It's not something really powerful where like, oh, I'm gonna set everything on fire, but it's more of like a niche use, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But it's his I guess it's his relation to fire, you know.
Oh, yeah. With controlling the temperature of stuff.
Yeah.
Really cool.
But it makes hugs that much better because it's always the right temperature.
Aw, that's so cute.
Yes, he basically is a walking air conditioner and heater.
Yep. So portable air conditioner. A cursed called him a heater as well. Miko said,
yeah, I mean,
it's like how your body is half blue and half red is kind of like a thermometer.
Yeah, kind of. I know that question we'll be getting into later, but yeah, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that power because you would absolutely use it to make sure that everyone in a room is at the temperature that they would like.
Mm-hmm.
But then if there's someone in the room that he doesn't like, he might just make it a little sweaty for him or a little too cold. But yeah.
Out of spite.
Out of spite, yeah.
That is so funny.
His next ability, I would say, is his ability to change color.
Oh, yeah.
It also is technically like body thing, but I guess I'll say now because it's an ability. But he's able to change the color of his skin like camouflage.
Uh-huh.
Know that he often does use it to try to blend in more with society, make him look more normal sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
He also can use it to go invisible.
Oh.
If he does it well enough.
Okay. Changing the exact color of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, basically chameleon.
Uh-huh. Literally.
And so yeah, not much else to it. The colors that we see him in now, I would say are his like colors that he was born with and colors that he's most like his normal form.
Yeah.
So if any time he's not doing anything specific with his colors, then that's what he'd revert back to.
So the default, the way he looks now is his default colors. Uh-huh. Why these colors is actually the next question.
I will get to that after.
After more abilities.
Yeah. Last ability. His
Okay.
last ability is that he is able to create matter.
Oh yeah.
He's able to create his own special material. Now, when doing this, the material can be almost any type of like
strength or like hardness.
yeah, like maybe flexible, maybe it's really hard, maybe it's brittle, maybe it's like foam, whatever. And then he can also change it to any color.
It's like his own personal Play-Doh that he can change the strength of.
Kind of. He can also make certain things a little harder. I think maybe something as hard as steel might be his absolute hardest material that he can make.
I
But
bet
he
it
would
takes a
use
lot more
this-
focus and energy to do that.
Yes, it definitely does. Because I wouldn't say it's exactly easy for him to do it all the time, but it's not exactly hard either.
Yeah.
So sometimes the main ways he would use this is either for cosplay. He can basically make his own material and always have the right equipment well, not equipment, but just right material to use to make his cosplays. Because I know he likes to do that a lot.
Yeah.
But then also, if he's in like a serious situation, like someone's trying to rob him, he can create like a pole that is a little hard to use for defense.
Oh yeah.
Then also the shapes that the materials come from have to be very, very simple shapes. So, where does the matter come from? Honestly, I'm not sure. I haven't looked into that part.
Does it come from his like energy?
Maybe.
Hmm.
It might be a mix of his own energy from using the power, and then maybe like the air, he transforms it into something.
Oh yeah, like he changes the state of the atoms of the air or something.
Yeah.
Pores. No.
We'll specifically say that the materials that he creates are not normal materials from Earth. He tries to cover it up by saying like, "Oh yeah, I bought this in this color." But if like a scientist were to take those materials and like look into them, they would notice that yeah, this is not normal material.
Oh, really interesting. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
He needs his own element. We need to make him an element. And then we can just say it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. All right. Anything else for that question?
Well, there was one. Someone asked what the limit on for his temperature.
Yeah, a Chris asked.
I don't think. Probably not too intense things. For the cold side, it would be enough to freeze.
Is it like the freezing point and the boiling point?
Yeah, I'd say freezing point and boiling point. I think that's probably his limits for like general use, but
Mhm.
then when he gets extremely emotional, like maybe say he's enraged, he has a special state that he's in that I won't get too into detail with, but that's kind of it. In that state, it will get a bit more tense, but not much more.
Okay. Interesting. Really cool. All right.
Yeah.
The next
So then
question
the next question you said was the colors of
was
him.
why these colors? Yeah.
Um, Probably it's extremely simple. I like red and blue.
Mhm.
I know that when I was little, red and blue were my favorite colors. I love Optimus Prime. Um, they just satisfied my brain. Um, I think this specific blue and red are my favorite though. The like pink crimson like color and the
Mhm.
sky blue. It just satisfies my brain the most. I know that when I got my own room the first time, I wanted to color it those colors.
Really.
Yeah, but my parents were like, "Yeah, no, those are way too bright. That would be a pain." And I'm glad that they stopped me from trying to do that because that would be a pain. So, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
red and blue. And then, huh,
Do you want to reveal the lore
which
of where the colors came from?
maybe not that one.
Okay.
I was just I was literally just considering it too, but I know we both know which one we're talking about.
Yeah.
Um um yeah.
All right. Next question is what was the recording process of the voice bank like for you?
Very long.
Uh-huh.
Um we both know it. Um
It took us a whole 2 days.
it did. Well, technically day and a half.
Yeah.
But um at first we thought that it was gonna take well, we both knew that it was gonna take a day, but at first we thought that we were gonna get it all done in one day.
Yeah.
Um when recording I didn't realize just how much we had to do.
I'm sure.
Um, when I first did it, the first set in the first pitch,
Mhm.
it, I know that it took me I think 45 minutes, or maybe longer, maybe like a bit past an hour. I think it was right.
Yeah. The first one took us like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Ryan,
It
you're here. Hi.
hello. But yeah, I know the first one took a bit over an hour. And that
Mhm.
one was it was painful. But I think we were just getting used to it.
Yeah.
And then from there, every set after took 45, 30 minutes.
Mhm.
Um, I went faster. I had to take a break in between each one, except for I think the last two. I think by the
Yes.
last two, I was kind of
You were in a
getting in the
vibe of
flow.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of going on automation at that point.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, but it definitely took a long time. It definitely took a lot of energy, but mainly because when I was doing the recording, it was in a cramp closet.
Oh yeah, we set up a whole like closet setup just to like minimize noise.
Yeah,
And the microphone still ended up being noisy, so I did have to apply like noise
yeah,
reduction to it. But yeah.
yeah. Uh, it was the best that we could do, we could
Mhm.
afford at the time. Um, but it still worked out really well in my opinion. Um, the only thing with it is that we knew that I was leaving the day after I was recording, and so we kind of had a time crunch. Um,
Yeah, we were crunched for time.
Yeah, I know that we also wanted to do a few other,
We did want to do more pens.
but because of the time constraint, we had to cut down a little bit. Um, so maybe in the future we can come back to those, like fully finish it out. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. Thanks for the boop. Yeah, I do need to change the time zone on my stream schedule because it's confusing some people. But Ryeon, no, it's okay. It's totally fine. I'm so sorry you were late though. You really didn't miss a whole lot. We haven't even gotten to the community questions yet, so it's okay.
yeah, I think we're question 3 or 4 in.
Yeah. We took a while getting here anyways. You are all good. I'm sending hugs. Um but anyways, chat was saying that we were fast for like a normal recording session. Like that's fast for a recording session. Um which I mean
I definitely could have been much faster. I know that I took really long breaks for it, probably longer than necessary
uh,
breaks, if I'm being honest. Um, but I think once I got in the flow of it, I kept on just going and going and going. At
yeah.
some point, I maybe checked the audios once or twice, but I didn't really do much about them after. I
Mhm.
wasn't exactly going for perfection on each of them, just because if I did that, then it definitely would have taken a week to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Um no, you went pretty fast though. We had to like review pronunciation of stuff just cuz American accent and everything. But after you yeah, that is a really fast session. But after you did that once or twice, you were good and I just was otoing while you were recording. It was kind of fun. All
Yeah.
right, next question.
Yes.
Okay, how do you feel about how the release video was received by the community?
I don't think it could have been received any better.
I know, right?
I know the days leading up to it was getting a little like intense. People were slowly starting to find out,
Uh-huh.
and I was desperately trying to keep them off my back. Aftha, you, how dare you? um, but I had to keep them off my back. I know on Twitter a bunch of pretty big guys were also retweeting the announcement, and
Yeah.
I know we both were looking at it like, this might be a little bigger than we were expecting.
Uh-huh. Even
Um,
Dan liked it. Like Furloidnia reposted it. Amano Naoki's voice actor reposted it. It was crazy.
Yeah, and I don't know these people, but just from like looking at like how much they have, it's like, oh man, this is interesting. So this is
Uh-huh.
the view that this is where who I guess is seeing this. So and I know that Lloydina
Furloidnia.
was there for the stream,
Yes, Furloidnia was there for
um
the stream. That was so cool.
and so yeah, um afterwards it was a blast seeing everyone's excitement.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I'm still self-conscious about my own voice, even though I shouldn't be. Um, but everyone was saying that that they all loved the voice. Actually, I might. No, it's not yet. I know that the poll
Oh
that I
yeah.
put up yesterday, it should be closing like literally any minute now, I
It should
believe.
be. It should be, yes. Oh my gosh, 300 boops is crazy.
Yeah, it'll finish in 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
And 53% of the votes said that that the UTAU was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Um,
Go vote on the poll if you haven't already.
it's I always like to stay humble, so I was kind of expecting a lower rating to be the average or majority, only for it to be like, yeah, no, everyone absolutely loved your voice.
Yeah.
It's like, yay.
I love that.
It definitely made me happy to see that
Good.
everyone liked it.
I'm so
Because I
glad.
was worried because I didn't want all this energy and effort to go to waste.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely would say it's a huge success based on how much people loved it.
Yeah. For sure. All right. Well, next question.
Yes.
Okay. You may have to think a little harder on this one, but what types of songs would you like to see people make covers of with your voice bank?
Honestly, I'm not sure because I'm not exactly into the UTAU community.
Mhm.
So, well, I am now, but like, I haven't listened into songs too much about it. Of course, I've listened to a few songs here and there. I'm not the biggest person who knows about genres.
Okay.
Um,
That would be me.
but yeah. But I honestly, whatever people feel like they think my voice fits the most is what I would want.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I love singing, I don't know what my voice would be good for. Um, whether that be like gentle stuff, maybe intense stuff, maybe sad songs, happy songs, whatever. Um, and
I think. Huh?
I was gonna say that in my mind, that UTAU is also a little different in that the singing and having the UTAU is
Mm-hmm.
it's not the same process. So I also wouldn't know then either. So whatever people feel like they would think my voice fits, it sounds the best. That is where I would say go ahead and do it.
Mm-hmm.
It would just excite me all the more to see my voice being used.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. From my experience and just like messing around and stuff, I found that your voice bank suits kind of like mid-range songs, but also more somber ballad songs. Your core voice bank is very like smooth, and it sounds great with songs with more like orchestral-ish instrumentation. Chiba's here. Hello, Chiba.
Hello.
Welcome. We have 20 viewers. That's cool. But yeah, more chill stuff I think really works with your voice, but also your fiery tone works really well too with other stuff. And the growls, oh my goodness, they add such a nice touch. It was a lot of fun doing that.
I would hope that people have fun using my fiery voice and growls, because I think because I know in the future I do want to plan on doing some singing stuff, like with my actual voice and not just UTAU. But if I do singing stuff in the future, I would definitely be using growls in a fiery voice.
Yes.
I think those are my favorite singing voices to use.
Chat, make him do Ifudolo. No. No. Okay. But yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I got sidetracked.
You're fine.
Yeah, ballad songs work really well. Rock as well. I would love to see more stuff with rock. Also, Inabakumori songs I think would sound really cool with your voice bank. That would kind of give the opportunity to use Neon Smoke a little more. Neon Smoke is a really interesting tone, and I will show you guys how to use it after this interview section, but it's kind of strange. It's a whisper voice bank, of course, so it's kind of difficult to make it sound the way you want it to sound, especially because UTAU samples based on looping, and so you have to use interesting techniques. But anyways,
I know that I didn't exactly do the whisper tones the best.
Well,
so I apologize in advance.
No, you're good. Actually, whisper tones in UTAU are a noisy mess sometimes, and so you kind of have to use specific techniques to get them to sound good. It's not your fault. All whisper banks that I've seen have some issue, although Aro's whisper bank is decently good, but that's because it has an actual pitch. Ours doesn't have a pitch, it's just like vocal fry.
Yeah.
Let me look at chat. There's someone named Neo. N-I-O. That's cool.
Hello, other Neo.
Neo with an I. Would Dancer of Time fit? I'm not sure I've heard that song. Is it like a ballad? Azuro says, will you show how to properly incorporate growl? I'm not very good. Yes, I will. It's an interesting process, but I can definitely show you. Marv, oh my gosh, hi, welcome. Welcome, new people.
Plenty of new people.
Indeed. Was that a Frieza voice?
Yes, it was.
Hunter's inner voice actor is coming out. Oh my gosh, what if we recorded... Yeah, what if we recorded a vocal tone of Frieza?
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Higoe Grey Frieza append. That would be a lot of doing Frieza's voice, though.
Yes, well, at least it's one of my easier voices to do.
Mm-hmm. Next question.
Yes.
All right. Can we expect more JoJo-themed covers?
Ooh. I would not be opposed to it all.
Okay. Because I think I would like to do some more.
I would definitely love to see some more.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's only the OPs that
yeah.
that uses voices. Technically a few of the themes. I think Il Vento d'Oro and Overdrive from part 2 and 5
yeah.
have vocals. Maybe Il Vento d'Oro probably not, because that barely has anything talking. Overdrive has a bit of talking inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe not too much. But I think I would definitely love to see some more JoJo OPs.
Yeah. I will definitely do some. I know I want to do Stand Proud.
Yeah, I would love to see Stand Proud.
Yeah, and maybe Bloody Stream as well.
Actually, I think Stand Proud should be the next one, because then that can show off the fiery voice.
Yeah, exactly.
And the growls.
All right. Amazing. Okay. Any last words before we move on to the community questions?
That's all the questions you had to ask?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not from me. I think I'm ready to see what you guys have been wanting to know.
Yeah. The reason I don't have more questions is because some people already asked some of them. So, yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, Wolfie, the first question, it's not as related to Grey, but Wolfie asked, are we getting a Neo VB? As of now, no. We have Hunter VB, and Hunter is arguably a better voice actor than I will ever be, so we're going to stick with Grey for now. If the demand is high enough, which the demand does seem to be there, maybe. But honestly, I'd rather have Hunter do the voice acting because I love how his voice sounds.
I mean, you have the mic.
We both have a mic, which I need to get equipment for, which will be happening soon, but, you know.
Hold on. Spirit of the Sea. I need to look this up.
Oh, that is a good song.
Oh, is that a song?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's a Vocaloid song. Yes, Bro, the Laru cover is amazing. Let's see. Bread said, I volunteer as tribute for an artist if you need. I would love that. You
I would
draw
love to
the
see
best
more of his
JoJo
art.
themed stuff. That would be so cool if you drew.
Oh my
if you
gosh,
drew
no,
Gray.
wait, no, we have to have him do. Yes, stand proud.
Yes,
art.
absolutely.
Expect a DM soon, bread machine.
Yes. Kikai ka shokpan. Leon in chat asked, did you go through the O2ing process and how was it? And do you offer O2ing commissions? Yes, I did do all of the O2ing. It took me a very long time. In fact, funny story, but literally there were multiple days in class where I just would sit down, pull out my laptop, and then start O2ing Higoe Grey in class while listening to lectures. Because I was trying to get it done and I wanted it to be done for like around the same time as my debut. And so I would just auto in class. But yes,
know it took a long time.
it took a really long time. I wasn't expecting it to take that long. But yes, I did do the O2ing. I enjoyed it. And I would be up for offering O2ing commissions in the future. That would be a lot of fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. It would be more expensive than like a UST or a mixing or a mix or a master or whatever. But yeah.
That's fair.
Sweet Potato, welcome to the chat. And let's see. I think Bread said something. Bread said he would love drawing Higoe Grey with JoJo poses. Absolutely.
I'll have to think of what his stand would look like.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Higoe Grey stand. I'm gonna let you handle that, and then you can get the art done, and then I'll do the video and everything else.
Yeah, I'm fine with doing that.
All right. Next question.
Question.
Azuro asked, what is Gray's relationship with fire?
Gray's relationship with fire. I could take this question in two different directions.
Why not both?
Okay. I'm assuming that they mean fire because of my name.
Mm-hmm.
So like the actual element.
Yeah.
Kind of explained that earlier with his temperature change.
Mm-hmm.
But then the other side of the question is technically there is a character that I have named Fire, who is his other half.
Yes.
So I just realized something
Mm-hmm.
about the whole name thing that we'll have to talk about that later.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd say Fire is another character that is basically my other half. So.
Yeah. Okay. What was the other direction? Okay, wait. No, you said them both.
Yeah.
Temperature, fire. Okay. Azuro also asked, does he like spicy food?
Oddly enough, I knew this question was going to get asked. So, I would say definitely does like spicy foods and wants to eat more spicy foods, but he is a huge pushover when it comes to it.
Really?
Yes.
Aww.
Like, he really wants to be able to eat hot stuff, but he just can't handle it that much.
Oh, really?
How his skin reacts to it.
To spicy food
What
or
do
to
you mean?
fire?
Oh, how his how his skin reacts to fire or spicy food. Okay, I'm guessing that's how it relates.
How it reacts
how
to
it
fire.
fire.
Okay.
I would say that is an interesting question that could get into some spicy lore that I haven't fully fledged out yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I would say that he would definitely feel its heat, and it might like melt his body a little,
Oh yeah.
but overall it shouldn't really harm him.
Okay. Right, cause like his he's like squishy, so like he could melt, so to speak.
Yeah, but then also if it really comes to it, he could also start cooling down either his body or the area around
Oh
him,
yeah.
help him like at least resist the heat. So
Mm-hmm. Reduce the damage of the fire.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does he like gummies? Absolutely.
I can so see him loving gummies. You're all good, Azuro.
Yeah, you're good, Azuro. Yeah, he definitely would love gummies. I
That's
wouldn't say
adorable.
I wouldn't say he has a sweet tooth,
Mhm.
but he definitely likes sweets.
I
think
love that.
gummies. I think gummies would chewy stuff would be his favorite type of sweets.
Yeah. All right. Next question.
Next question.
Black Peacock asked, so he's from the future. Does that mean some already existing furloid from the present is his parent?
No. His parents specifically are not any furloids.
Mm-hmm.
They are specifically an alien from an alien race that is unknown. Completely my own backstory that I fully created up.
It's on your
So,
website. It's on the official website. The backstory is.
yes, but I am willing to answer any questions about it
Mm-hmm.
if people want to know a bit more information, more details.
Yeah. So in short, no, his parents are not furloids, but technically he is from the future. Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. Well, his timeline is in the future,
Mm-hmm.
so. Next question.
Yep. Bread asks, how did you come up with the character? Any major changes over the design process, or did it just come together within a dream?
I think it's slowly. Um,
Ah.
I would say it slowly came together.
Mm-hmm.
The original idea, I'm not gonna get too into detail, but I have another character, named Hunter, but his real name is Fire. He was supposed to be my original, OC, my original persona. But then I learned about the Minus universe, and I was wondering, I wonder what that would be like.
Mm-hmm.
And as I looked more into it, I kind of went more and more with the vibes of like the reverse of my first character.
Yeah.
And
Ah.
eventually there came a point where I realized that both of these characters represent me in some way. Like both of them are a half of me. And so as time went on, things kind of just fell into place more. Like Gray is my more I think the term that we used was extrovert in an introvert's body,
Yeah.
and Fire was an introvert in an extrovert's body.
Yeah.
One was more serious, one was more friendly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the path that it took.
Yeah.
And eventually it just pieced together more and more and more and more. And there really wasn't a lot of thinking when it came to building him. It was more like I would think of something as like, oh yeah, that would definitely be something that he does. And then
Yeah.
more and more things like that would piece off together just because of how, I guess, perfect he represents me.
Mm-hmm. So it's like an extension of
Um,
yourself almost.
Yeah, like a half of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so eventually we got Gray.
Yeah. Awesome. Next question.
Yeah?
I know what
You-
you're
you-
gonna
you
say
can-
to this question.
Oh boy.
Aftha said, "Can I nom you too?"
Oh. No.
No more nomming.
No.
Gosh,
No.
don't do
No,
it.
no, no. All of the no. Absolutely no. No, he is not edible. He would not taste good. Tap it. No. Bad.
Yes.
You do realize that you didn't even have to ask. You didn't have to say who asked that, and I would have known it was Aftha.
Yeah. Aftha started that, didn't he? It's
Yes. I don't know why. But he was the one that started it.
Mhm.
I was hoping that he was going to be the only one. I was hoping that it would die out by now. No. More and more people got into it.
Yeah, for some reason.
Stop nomming on me. Dang it.
uh, next question.
Yes.
Case closed, no nomming. Aftha also asked, what planet is Higoe Grey from?
Ooh. It does not have a name.
Ah.
I have not created a name for it yet.
Oh, okay.
I have not really thought about it that much, but I know it's from like a far distant planet
Mm-hmm.
where they are technologically advanced.
Yeah. Well,
I
you
think that's really all I had to say about it.
you did say he is his race is the Elastiactin race.
Yes, Elastiactin race.
So the planet of Elastiactins, I guess.
I would definitely imagine that they are definitely extremely advanced due to the fact that Gray is not the only one of his race that can create material from his body.
Oh, yeah.
Many people of his race is able to do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And since they can do that, material isn't exactly a finite source for them. They can just create almost any material that they need. I would definitely say that there's some materials that is finite there still, but due to that, they would be able to really look into anything. They were a peaceful planet.
Ah.
There was world peace. Planet. But yeah, I'd say that's kind of all the information I have on his planet so far. I might look into thinking about more of it in the future. I do know the current situation of it,
Yeah.
but other than that,
Mm-hmm. More details in the lore on the website and everything. Check chat.
huh? How much can he stretch until he snaps? Honestly, I might not answer that question just because I feel like if I do give a limit, you guys are going to, encourage you guys to reach that limit.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, good question, Azuro.
like I said earlier, I think it would be like a half and a half, or like it would take energy to use the power. Probably not a lot. Maybe like they use the power a little bit, and then they just take a rest, and then they're back to energy. Or maybe like they use the power, and then they might be hungry or thirsty. They need to do that to refill, and then they can use it a little more. Creating the material in mass bulk
Mm-hmm.
would definitely consume a lot of energy, like noticeable though.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that makes sense.
And we snap him. Yes, at some point that he will snap.
Oh gosh. Don't snap
Like
the
a Ritz
boy.
cracker.
Do not snap the boy. What'd you just say?
Snap it like a Ritz cracker.
No. Crunchy. No.
Crunchy.
Next question. Kwang asked, "Are you going to make more voice banks in the future?" Yes.
Yes.
We have more appends in the works and in planning. So more to come on that. Do we want to like get into that?
Do you want to say that though, or do you want to keep that hidden?
I will reveal that in a next question.
Okay.
But in the meantime, in terms of Japanese banks, yes, there will be more Japanese banks. I think a soft one would be really cool, like, because Neon Smoke is obviously a whisper bank, but at a certain point it can't really be used as like a soft bank, and so it would be cool to have like a really like tender sort of soft tone. Also, Frieza voice would be hilarious.
I don't think I'd actually do a Frieza voice, but definitely a soft one.
Yeah.
Soft one definitely sounds fun to do. What were the other appends that we planned but had to cancel?
There was a. Before I answer that, I am gonna tell Miko good night. Good night, Miko. Thank you for coming to the stream. I hope you have a good sleep, and we'll see you soon. Thank you guys for all the hugs as well. Anyways, in terms of appends, we had a more powerful one planned. We had a playful one. There was like a soft one, which I already mentioned. And then I think that's all we had planned at the moment, but we are I'd love suggestions. It would be really cool if there's like a specific sort of thing that you guys want to see for a specific purpose.
Yeah.
I'd love that.
I'd love to do a bunch more appends like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think soft might actually be my most excited one to do next.
Yeah.
That one definitely sounds a lot of fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
Then it allows us to make a list for that.
Ah, yes. We will get into that soon. Adult, maybe. Oh, yeah, like a more mature sounding voice. That'd be cool.
If I were to do that, I think what I would want to do is I might want to be quite literal with it, where I might do it in a few years when my voice is... I know my voice is probably finally developed well enough, but I think just to be sure if I quote-unquote grow up a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then I can do an adult version, maybe in a more deep voice or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, Kyle, welcome to the stream.
No.
You're okay. We're still doing interviews.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next question. Chai Husky asks, which UTAU song was the first one you listened to, and which one inspired you the most? I think this was meant for me. I can definitely go into that because I know exactly what it was. So
I think I can answer one of those parts myself. So
okay, you go first.
No, you can go first.
All right. So I randomly came across a picture of Aro one day when I was looking at just furry art. And I was like, who is that? I'm curious. And so I like reverse image searched it, and it came up with his fandom page. And I was like, UTAU, what is UTAU? And I was like, huh, so his name is Ryeon Aro. And I looked up what UTAU was, and it was a vocal synthesizer. And I was like, wait, so like Vocaloid but furry? And after that, I searched up at like an UTAU cover, and the cover that caught my eye was Landy's cover of Weekender Wolf. Landy has a cover of Weekender Wolf featuring Aro, and I clicked on that. That was the first cover that got me into UTAU. And as soon as I heard that, I instantly was in love. I was like, oh my gosh, a hot wolf singing music I like. What is this? I'm gonna do this. This is so cool. And UTAU. I'm gonna get clipped for saying that. Yeah, a really, really deep rabbit hole started after that. And Landy also has Fire Emblem covers. A lesser known thing about me is that I'm obsessed with Fire Emblem. I think it's so cool. And Landy has a cover of the theme from Fire Emblem, what is it, Echoes? I think it's Fire Emblem Echoes. It's called The Heritors of Arcadia. Yeah, The Heritors of Arcadia. And that cover really made me fall in love with Aro's voice and his sweet tone. I don't know if you've noticed, but like half of my covers are literally just Aro's sweet tone because I'm so obsessed with it. Azuro, Lost in Thoughts All Alone, top tier, yes. Oh my gosh, that's such a good cover. I love that one too. I found it afterwards. Weekend Through a Wolf. Yeah. So that was what started it, is those main two covers. In fact, it was the cover of Weekender Wolf made me realize how much I loved Aro, and then the second cover, The Heritors of Arcadia, was the one that made me want to try like testing out his voice. I was so scared. I was like, how do I do this? And then I just went for it. And my first UTAU cover was a Fire Emblem cover, and so full circle, how funny, right? Because I was obsessed with Fire Emblem Three Houses at the time. But anyways, yeah, that's how I got into UTAU. Hunter, what's your story?
Mine is not a long story at all. But I definitely would say that the one UTAU song that... I think the first UTAU song that I can remember me listening to, I didn't even realize it was an UTAU. I might have realized it was an UTAU maybe not even a year ago when you told me about it. It was Echo.
Yes.
But specifically the Undertale music video.
Oh my gosh. That music video was
know...
my introduction to Vocaloid. You have no idea.
Yeah, Oh, or wait, Echo was UTAU, right?
Echo is Vocaloid.
Okay, dang it, then never mind.
No, you're good.
But I think that might have been my introduction to all of those.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So I got introduced to that. I really liked the video.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of all I got for my introduction.
Fair enough. No, Echo is literally such a good song, and that music video,
yeah.
It's so nostalgic. What a cool music video. Brett said, "I know my story for getting into UTAU. Neo."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I will say that when it comes to Echo, I know that that was one of the possible songs that would have been starred as my debut song.
Oh yeah, that was the first song we considered doing, was the Japanese version of Echo as his debut song.
Yeah. But we decided that Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town it better.
Mm-hmm. They're saying to look in art chat. Why should I look in art chat?
Let me go look for you.
Oh no. I don't like that reaction.
The funniest thing is I literally just saw this
Whoopee.
art like as we're talking about
Aro?
UTAU things. So,
Really?
you know what? Yeah. It's just it's nothing crazy, but like
Hey, why did you send me that during stream? I briefly saw that on Twitter earlier. I'm not into feet, let me just disclose that, but he does look adorable and I would hug him. Listen, I love my hugs. I'm hugging everyone in
your
chat
hug.
if I could. Yes, me and my hugs, absolutely. Oh my gosh, hello, Ifu. Thank you. Anyways, thank you for the
Next
artwork. We
question.
love that. Roko asked, "What is the lore?" We talked about the lore a little bit. How different was Higoe before compared to now, whether in his appearance, personality, or otherwise?
Is that all one question?
Yes.
Uh,
It's kind of asking like what's the transformation or like how did he change as he grew up, I guess.
okay. So he was born on Earth, but very quickly he realized that he was not normal
Ah.
compared to all of the other like Earthlings, I guess you could say.
Oh, yeah.
Um, so pretty quickly he understood his that he was supposed to be hiding away, not revealing who he is.
Mhm.
Um, he knew his mother, and he was old enough to understand. His mother told him like where he's from, that he's not from this planet, that his father died. Um, he told him all these things,
Mhm.
and so he understood his situation from early on,
Yeah.
and that allowed him to be cautious. But then it also made him want to explore. And as he grew up, he wanted to. There really wasn't exactly a whole lot he could do when it comes to living, and contributing like to society and all that.
Yeah.
Um, so eventually he took to doing more creative things in his free time. Maybe he was doing some drawing. Sometimes he saw his favorite characters in a movie, and that's what got him into doing cosplay. He saw them and wanted to start making some things because he had a lot of free time because he
Mhm.
couldn't exactly go out much.
Yeah.
Um, but eventually he started like social media and stuff and got into that.
Oh, yeah.
And he was able to make an outlet for his creativity.
Hmm.
And now he's at a situation where he still has to keep his identity as secret as he can be,
Mhm.
but he's kind of like testing the waters to see how public he can be while
Oh,
staying
yeah.
secret.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, so he kind of got into things slowly and everything.
Yeah, and actually, I think this would be a good thing to mention is the name Neon Smoke is because what one of the most public thing that he does is he's a DJ for
Yeah.
many different events. He's a well-known DJ in different areas. Um, but the way that he does it is he goes to these events wearing his
Uh,
cosplays in the form of protogens.
oh, yeah.
Um, and he likes to do that in um at the events. He is the DJ Neon Smoke. Anytime he appears on stage, he has colorful smoke blasting as he comes through, neon glowing lights. He goes to raves, all that stuff. Um, and so that's kind of where the um inspiration for the name
Nah.
Neon Smoke came from, and
Yeah.
why we debuted with him being called Neon Smoke,
Mhm.
just because that's his public knowing.
For any artists in the chat who are interested, Furry marshmallow is so real. Oh my gosh. Literally, yes.
Yeah,
For
yeah, no, yeah.
for any artists in the chat who are interested, if you draw Higoe Grey as a protogen, this boy might just use it as his profile picture. Who knows?
Yes, I'm not gonna be using any like art with his face being shown because in lore that's not wouldn't do that. He needs to stay hidden. But if anyone does the protogen, I would definitely be using that.
That would be so cool.
And by all means, be as creative with however you want to do that. Protogen.
Ryeon is intrigued. It looks like.
I in chat, he's currently working on something.
Really? Oh my. True furry marshmallow. Literally though, he is. I love it.
He really is. He really is a marshmallow.
Do you know who they're talking about though? Marshmallow is an EDM artist and a DJ who wears a marshmallow mask.
Oh yeah, yeah. Of course I know Marshmallow.
Yeah, that would be that'd be amazing. Sorry, I was reading chat. Brett says, "Curse my horrible luck with my PC still being broken because I want to draw things like that so badly." Aw, I understand.
Draw what? The protogen?
Yeah, I understand the struggle. Soon.
Well, hey, I'm a patient person.
Yes, I love this protogen marshmallow. Basically. Next question.
Yeah. Sure.
Rocco also asked, "Can he solve my math homework?" I think you're gonna have fun answering this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, give it to me. I am. Oh, hold on. Wait. It really depends on what type of math homework. Because I do love math. I'm like an algebra type of math kind of guy. But if it's like geometry.
Give me the geometry homework. I love geometry.
Yeah, give Neo the geometry homework. Give me the algebra. I'd love to do algebra. I'm good with numbers. I'm probably one of the only people that likes math. So.
Hey,
But yes.
Deanilan? I don't know how to say your name. I'm so sorry. But thank you for coming to the stream. I hope you have a good night. Good night. Anyways, sorry, yes. Give me the geometry and give Hunter the algebra. We will do your homework. Give someone different calculus. Give Wolfie calculus. Wolfie will do calculus. Oh my gosh, Roy said very gummy goo colors.
Yeah?
You guys have no idea how much I love gummy goo. That's a rant for another time. We need to not get into this. I want that boy.
If you want to know one of his weaknesses, that's definitely gummy goo. So if you want to tease him, go ahead and find plenty of art for him.
Stop! What are you doing?
You'd enjoy it.
Don't do this to me. No.
I'm dooming you later. You're welcome.
Why? How mean? Humph.
Next question?
Yes. Next question. Oh, this is the last one for the community questions. Nah.
Aw.
Well, we can still open it up to chat. So chat, if you have any additional questions, please send them in chat while I'm answering this one.
Oh, okay. I kind of want to answer Azor's question right now. Is that fine?
Okay. Sure, go for it.
What colors would he look like as a shiny Pokemon? I would either say... Oh no, this is interesting. I would either say it would be like the reversal of his colors. So instead of the blue, so the blue would be pink and the pink would be blue. Or it would be like yellow and green. Or it could be more mixed colors, like purple and something else. I don't know.
Okay. Pretty colors.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways, your question?
Yeah. So Sarg asked, I like the voice. Will you record a stronger append for it? It would be really good. And how about an ARPAsing? I want to use ARPAsing of friends. Okay, so I will answer this question. We do have a stronger append in the works, or like in planning. I think that would be really cool, especially like for, you know, rock covers and stuff with like that would require a really powerful voice bank. So the answer to that, yes. In the future, stronger append, trademark. And about ARPAsing, I'm gonna go ahead and say no. The reason being that I actually prefer the sound of CVVC English over ARPAsing. And I know, controversial opinion, hot take, but it sounds more like the classic Vocaloid sound, like the Vocaloid classic English sound, except that it's more understandable. And so, we do have plans to make a CVVC English voice bank for Grey. It's going to take us a very long time because, you know, that is a very involved voice bank to make, but we will be getting an English voice bank, perhaps multiple, down the line. Maybe closer to Grey's actual birthday, who knows. But yeah. ARPAsing does sound cool, but personally it's not my thing, and I think that the rec lists are a little bit muddled sometimes. And so just for that reason, it sounds a bit like smoothed out sometimes, ARPAsing English, in my opinion. So I would prefer to use a CVVC voice bank, especially because there's great support for that in UTAU. So that's our plan for the future. English voice bank coming soon, trademark. So yes, if that answers your question.
Maybe not soon.
Yeah, not soon, but like, you know.
It might take
soon,
a year or two.
Quote unquote, yeah.
If we're gonna release it on his birthday, then it might take a year or two.
Yeah. So many gummy goo comments. Oh my gosh. Brad, why are you bringing up this? Brad brought up the Home Depot pumpkin. There's a Home Depot pumpkin image with muscles that I also simped for. How dare you? No.
Do we want to get into that?
No, we don't. Moving on. English Higoe. Echo is getting closer. Absolutely. Echo, yes.
Yes. Echo might actually be his. I think that's why we didn't do Echo. Is because we wanted to save Echo for the English debut song.
Yes. Yeah. So very soon we will have that. I'm so excited. Oh, it looks like we got another question in the question queue in the server. Ryeon asked, does Higoe have powers? We did talk about that in an earlier question. I think that was the question right before you joined, Ryeon. So if you want to go back and look at that, there are some powers we explained. But thank you for the question in any case. And then Ryeon...
I could briefly explain really quick.
Okay, go for it.
So basically, he has 3 powers. He has the ability to create materials of almost any, like, hardness, like, feel. He has the ability to change colors for his body, and, like, kind of like an octopus for camouflage and stuff. Or chameleon, yeah. And then he has the ability to change the temperature of anything around him. Yeah.
Yeah. Walking air conditioner and heater, basically. Yep. Ryeon also asked, what are Higoe's goals and ambitions? Do you have an answer to that?
I think his ambition would be he would love to be public, to be out in the open, and to, like, he would love to do as many things as he can. He'd like to he'd like to be out in public. He doesn't want to hide his identity, but he knows he has to.
Mm-hmm.
As for goals, I wouldn't say he has many. He's kind of just a go with the flow vibe kind of guy. He already is living a pretty fun life for him, I'd say, because he's able to have a creative outlet, be able to do cosplays, I'd say, as a gaming channel, stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
to add on to that, Azuro asked, what are his favorite furloids or ones that he looks up to? Do you
Hatsune
have any?
Miku.
Hatsune Miku. If I do know if Amano Naoki's voice actor would be okay with making it canon, I do think that Higoe Grey and Amano Naoki would be friends. Like, their vibe just really suits each other, and so that would be really cool, but I don't know if Ju is okay with that.
Yeah, that would seem like a far, like, stretch of a thing to do, but I mean, if it can't happen, then I would say yes.
Yeah. I hope that you guys get to talk at some point, because that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hatsune Miku.
Hatsune Miku.
Oh my gosh. All right. Any other questions for us before we move to the next section?
I don't know.
If he can turn invisible, is he inside your walls?
Am I inside your walls? Are you sure? Are you sure that sound that was just made just now? Are you sure that wasn't me? Right behind you.
Getting closer to the mic, it's so menacing. Oh my god.
Also, every time you hear the Old Spice whistle, well, technically that's my presence. That's my signal that I'm in the area.
Hunter,
that also means that he's there too.
Hunter literally classically conditioned me and all of my friends to associate the Old Spice whistle with him, and now anytime I hear it, I have a visceral reaction as if he's behind me. It's not funny. He thinks it's very funny though.
It is very entertaining. I know that Mai is almost terrified of it.
Yes.
Like,
Mai is.
Any time that I was walking through school and I knew that Mai was like somewhere in the hall, and I was like, I wonder if I should let them know that I'm here. I would do the whistle. I would just hear from around the corner a slam of the laptop, and within a few seconds they went around the corner.
I remember that. Oh my goodness.
Ryeon
said fire with his Riz voice.
Oh gosh. What, did you like that?
Hey. Oh, ayo. Gosh, where's my blush alt when I need it, huh? Let me just hide myself.
Oh no. Stop, no. Bad bread.
What is bread doing?
Bread. Get back at me for the Old Spice whistle that you guys just get back at me with the Sakabam Bospus.
Yes. Sakabam Bospus for the win. Absolutely this. Okay.
Neo.
Hey, don't do that. Do not.
You're welcome.
Do not. Hey.
Yeah,
Give me a minute.
Someone just asked a little, and I was like, yeah, what?
Not the ASMR. Please spook him more. How dare you? Accursed said the disappearance of Neo. The disappearance of NeoFoxFire.
Oh, yeah?
You can't do that to me. What was that?
Nothing? What?
Hunter, stop it.
No,
Disappears.
no, Ryan, that's me. I have that power to just disappear and appear.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
I'm not adorable, Humph. No. No.
You know,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
have a whole chat of people watching, and you say that you're not adorable. Do I need to go to the poll? Do I need to ask
No.
chat? Hey guys, is he adorable?
No.
Give it 5 seconds, and the chat is about to fill with nothing but yeses.
Stop. No. Uh, I don't know what to do. Mimi. Hump. This is not why I was interviewing you, not for you to fluster me.
Hey, you're the one who decided to bring me on. You should have known this something like this could have happened.
Humph. He's the embodiment of a dwarf. No, I'm not cute.
You know, foxes are the embodiment of adorableness. You're a fox. You're adorable.
No.
You can't deny us.
Yes, I can. I will.
You're just stuck in denial.
Destroy my ribcage with hugs. Yes.
Oh yeah, that actually reminds me, because I wanted to go back to Higoe Grey.
Mm-hmm.
Is his body type?
Oh,
I'm
yes.
surprised. I was hoping that someone would ask this, but his body is like Play-Doh. He is very squishy, very malleable. Almost like memory foam, where like if you were to like squish into it, and it would like almost leave a print for a few seconds and then slowly retract.
Mm.
But the reason why I say this is because combine that with the fact that he can change temperatures, he is the perfect hug machine.
Yes.
He will perfectly match anyone's body as well as always be the perfect temperature.
Yeah. I love that. Oh my gosh. I love it so much. I want to hug you so bad. Oh, goodbye, other Neo with an I. Thank you for coming to the stream, though. I was so glad to have you. Have fun with school. Antarctica is the longest desert.
The Nile is the longest river in Egypt. I thought it was the biggest, widest.
Eh. To fur mankind. Ah, yeah. Alright, well. Any closing remarks before I start demoing the voice bank?
Not really from me. I probably will be leaving after this, because not exactly needed for the voice bank thing. Does anyone have any last questions or things to say to me before I get going?
Yeah, any questions? Oh, Azuro has to go? Okay.
Aww.
I will make a timestamp so you can come back and watch the demo of the voice bank. Ah!
Hey.
Ryeon is very excited.
Why are you excited, Ryeon?
Tuckler called you a professional blanket.
What? Yeah. 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 He would give good cuddles. Aftha, no. I am not Nom on sight. Have it.
What species is he other than alien?
Elastiactin? I think that's how I pronounce it.
Yeah, Elastiactin race, but his species is a wolf.
Yeah. He's Elastiactin. A race Okay, I will say that I specifically kind of named his race after that because of
Huh.
their stretchiness. They're meant to be elastic,
Mm-hmm.
like so. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's straight. What's his type? Hmm.
Oh boy.
I'm not gonna answer that one.
Figured.
One because I don't have an answer to that right away, but two, for other reasons. Good question though.
All right. Oh, before you go, let's look at some fan art.
Oh yes.
I do want to go over the fan art because you guys literally have killed it with the fan art.
Yeah, there was 3 fan art.
Mhm.
I'm surprised at the speed that people have managed to do already.
Yeah, right.
It's freaking amazing.
Okay, let me switch my screens. Okay. So, the first thing we have is Ryeon's art jump scare. Amazing, handsome wolf boy art. We love that. Anyways, okay, Leon did this artwork. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I literally love it so much.
Give it a second. I can't see it on stream.
Oh, is it loading?
Oh, the Ryeon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. The Leon artwork.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at
Leon
how
did
good.
so good.
I
Oh
know,
my gosh.
it's so pretty.
I
Oh
love it.
my gosh.
Okay. One really interesting thing that I actually like how everyone did is the fact that his tail does have a very slight amount of blue,
Yes.
but only right at the base.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think his original art showed that,
Yeah,
right?
because he has his shirt on.
Yeah, it's his tail is being covered. There's no blue being shown, but I like that everyone can collectively agree that, like, yeah, that's there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his whole entire chest is blue, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't see it in the official art of him, but the pink
On his
on
legs.
his legs gets cut off like a little high up on the thigh.
Uh-huh.
So
That makes sense. Yeah. Amazing art, Leon.
Yeah.
Amazing. Seriously. I was so
Yeah,
excited
Leon.
when I woke up to see this.
yeah, it's surprised in short time too. I love it.
Yeah. Absolutely amazing. Seriously talented. All right. And then A Curse did this one.
I'm watching on stream, so it's not.
Oh, yeah.
Popping up for me.
You're
Unless I
good.
can, like,
It'll be there in a second. It's slowly. It's delayed for us.
yeah. Here it is.
Yes.
Accursed did. I think Accursed was the first one to post art of him, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, Tealbones posted art first, but he already had it finished because I commissioned him.
Well, yeah.
Leon, you spent 3 hours on yours. Oh my gosh! Wow.
Wow. Oh, gosh dang, not the gummy worms.
Literally the gummy worms. Yeah.
I was surprised with how fast Accursed did this. It looks
Mhm.
really good.
Play-Doh Twink. I love that.
Yeah, that's what he is.
Mhm.
Play-Doh Twink.
I
would not be surprised if that's what he's referred to from now on, Play-Doh Twink.
That is so funny, and I love that so much. Also, not the gummy worms. And then, of course, we have this one. I love this artwork as well.
It's the one that you did with the artist, right?
With Tealbones. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give it a second.
Yep, it's
not
loading.
showing up. Yeah, there we go.
You guys, go follow Tealbones. Tealbones is so unbelievably talented. And
This one might be my favorite. Again, you can see a hint of blue at the tail.
mm-hmm. You can also see a hint of blue right at his chest.
Where?
Right where the jacket ends.
Oh, like. Oh,
Yep.
kind of. It's hard to see. I have to like really zoom in. If I
Oh
wanna...
yeah, it's probably hard to see on the stream, but yeah,
But yeah.
amazing.
I love the art. I love the symbol
Mm-hmm.
that's shown. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Um. Oh, there's just so many things about it
Yeah.
that I love.
I will say that I commissioned this for a cover that I'm working on, so that will be released soon. Yes.
Can't wait.
By
and
the
then
way,
also,
huh?
what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that this outfit is based on Hatsune Miku's Magical Mirai 2024 outfit, which I can pull that up real quick. Hang on. Let me switch screens.
I was gonna point out the symbol.
Uh-huh. Oh, on the flag?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is Linus's official symbol.
Mm-hmm.
I specifically did it because it is in the shape of a minus sign, but one side is blue and coal and in the shape of ice, and the other side is red in the shape of fire.
Yeah.
So the whole temperature thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On his logo as well, you can also see there's like one part of the letter that has like a flame and one part of the letter that has like an ice spike on it. The inspiration for this outfit came from this image of Miku, since this is what she looked like for Magical Mirai 2024. And all I'll say is that the song I'm covering was played at Magical Mirai 2024, and she also has a flag, and so that's why I wanted him to be holding a flag.
Now this I don't know what
Mhm.
the song is.
Yeah, I'm gonna surprise
Do
you.
I know it?
No,
Do I know what song it is?
You don't.
Okay.
but you'll
Didn't
love
think
it
so.
anyway. Well, actually, I think you do know what it was. You do know what it is, but you haven't heard it in a while.
Oh, so I've heard of it but not listened to it.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
I would boop you in stream, but I'm not using the right account and I don't want to
Oh.
reveal myself.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's all of the fan art that we have for Grey. I believe there was something posted in the Neo fan art channel. I'm gonna go quickly look at that, and then Hunter, you are free to go. Oh my gosh, what is this? Ryeon, what is this? Hello? Oh, hold on. Hang on. Let me pull up the Neobang first. I curse drew this. I am so excited to see what this is. I have no idea what this is, but I'm very excited. And then Ryeon, what's this? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I have no idea what this is, but all right. Teehee.
Right. Well, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you for the interview. This was so much fun. I'm so glad you got to do this with me.
And really glad that people like my UTAU.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that you guys have a lot of fun making it. I hope it doesn't fizzle out quickly.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, people really love it and they might have a lot of fun with it. So you guys have fun with it. If you have any fan art that you make of him, or any songs that you make of him, please by all means tag me, at me, whatever. I would love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all that I have. So then
Yeah.
I'll get going.
All right. Well, thank you, Hunter. It was great to hear from you.
Thank you for letting me do this, and I will see you guys later.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. What a fun interview. That was awesome. I'm so glad we got to do that. Don't worry, Hunter, we'll have fun with him. Ryeon, I'm so excited to see what you're cooking up. Oh my gosh. You artists are so cool. I admire you so much. All right. Let's move on to the last portion of the stream. We have some demonstrations that I'm going to do. And I'm just going to quickly go over the Voicebank features and how to use them and all that stuff. Ah! I'm still being attacked. My nose is still being attacked. All right. So I pre-prepared a UST for this. It's of the Zamaza song. I believe Udo did that one on stream one time. Which, by the way, it's Udo's birthday today. Go wish him happy birthday. But anyways, let me just get this pulled up and situated for you guys so that you can see it. And we're going to insert lyrics, and I will show you guys all of the appends and everything and how that works. All right. Let's pause the music. Ah. Oh, there's Hunter. Now he boops me. Oh my gosh. You guys fighting over the boop spot? That's so funny. Okay. Here is Open UTAU. So, let's go here. Gonna have to unmute the instrumental. I'm gonna move this so that I can see it over here. All right. Okay, so we need lyrics first. For lyrics, da 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 mashi ikara gara zuki 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 zuki. Edit lyrics. And I already have it set to the default Japanese phonemizer. Ah, boops. It's, oh my gosh. How to boop? Type exclamation point boop. Also, welcome to the stream, Jiro. You're just in time for the Higoe Grey tuning session. Awesome, we can hear him now. Amazing. I'm going to change the resampler as well. We're just going to click on world line, switch it to classic. I have it as more sampler right now, but I'm going to switch it to Dopelter because I think he sounds amazing with Dopelter. Alright, that should be better. And turn down the instrumental a bit. Turn him up a bit. Amazing. I'm gonna turn that up more. Tuki tuki tuki. Oh my gosh, did Ram G make a cover of this? If so, please send it to me because I want to see that. Ah, thank you for the boops. Yeah. Do 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 do. Itami to nandura ra. Do 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 do. Okay. Nangura, paste. There we go. Hello, the moo cow. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome to the stream. We're just doing some UTAU tuning. How are you doing? Okay. And then Dano ni naze daro imamo zuki 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 te. Yes, like this. Furious typing. I I messed up something. Oh. What does the original sound like? I need to look at the original song real quick. Let me listen to the original song. And I will put credits for this in the description as well after the stream. Samasa Miku. The Battle of the Boops, quite literally. You guys are like fighting over who gets the like specific number of boops. What is that? Da 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 no no da no ni na. Oh, that's why, because this is longer. Haha, I fixed it. Da no ni. There we go. That should work. Zuki zuki zuki. There. Yup. Hadenashi po o hikizuri yuku. Hadenashi po hikizuri yuku. Za 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 za. Ah, thank you for the boobs. I could probably shorten these as well. Oh, that sounds weird. Hold on. Oh, okay. What if I did end breaths? Oh my gosh, how many boops? Jeez. Guys, you realize there's a cooldown, right? Oh my gosh. Oh, you know what? Batch edits, notes, add tail R. Amazing. We love macros in OpenUTAU. OpenUTAU is very poggers. Hey, I am being a boob still. Phonemizers are so helpful. You have no idea. Oh my goodness. I'm sure you do have an idea. You've probably used them, but wow. Ooh. Hey. Hey. Yeah. Does that work? Nope. It's off. I think there's an extra E in there. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, what? Listen to the original real quick. Oh, Inan. Genjitsu wa. Oh, Genjitsu wa. Mo. Ui. Huh? Hold on. Genjitsu wa mo inan. Genjitsu wa mo inan. I see. Genjitsu wa mo inan. There we go. That should work. Genjitsu wa mo inan. perfection. Te iuna yo zamuza. Correct. Iten yo zamuza. Ah, yeah. I want my boop back. Oh my goodness. You guys are almost to 400. What? What is this? I'm just trying to make music. Why? Ah! I need to not squeak so much. I'm probably encouraging you by my reaction. No. No. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. We have a usable UST. Okay, so let's move on to tuning now. Oh my goodness. I'm being attacked. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is to go through it and listen and kind of sing to it, just to figure out, okay, where am I going to put pitch bends? I could do a scoop into ta, and that's going to be a note down like this. We could do a voice crack here, kind of like that. I want it to happen a bit earlier, like at the end of the te, and then for it to kind of go down here. That way it's kind of like almost at the note, but not. Oh yeah, there you go. We could have a slight vibrato. Yep, maybe a little less. Oh. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. You can't even see my screen. Okay, let's redo all of that. Could you hear it? That was probably so weird. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna cry, no. Wait, we can't see it. Oh my goodness, you guys literally fighting over boops. Okay, let's restart. Okay, I'm also gonna change this because I don't need it subdividing that much. Okay. We're gonna do a scoop into da, and then at the end of te, a voice crack up here so that it kind of like falls down into ta. Since that gives more power to the ta, it kind of like emphasizes the consonant. Yep. And then a slight vibrato here. Very short. Oh, and you know what I like to do for syllables with ma is instead of having it fade from the previous note or from the previous vowel, I add an N in front because that makes a more smooth transition into the ma. So listen to how that sounds. So this is how it sounds without that, and this is how it sounds with that. So he kind of like closes his mouth early into the ma, which sounds more human in my opinion. I've noticed that like a lot of people do that when they tune. I want to do like a dip down sort of here. Usually when you do an N into a consonant, it sounds good if you do like a dip down at the end. Oh, Ryeon's leaving? Okay. Goodbye, Ryeon. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you can see my screen now. I'm so sorry. No, don't cry, please. Don't cry. Ghost boop? Yeah. I'll probably actually do this. Let's see how that sounds. Oh yeah, little like scoop thing. Okay, we can do a voice crack here. Maybe less obvious. Zuki, zuki, zuki. I am gonna change the velocity of this to make it more punchy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we should do a voice or a vocal fry. I did say I was going to explain the voice features of his voice bank, so let's go over that real quick. So, the first thing we have is a glottal stop. Ah! So, a glottal stop is that sound when you close the epiglottis in your throat and it kind of just cuts off the sound. So, for example, me cutting off that sound is a glottal stop. You can also do it in reverse. So like entering a phrase. Oh my gosh, the boops. But we have glottal stop samples for Grey. 1 second. Let me see if I can get the symbol that I need for that. It's a bullet point symbol. So if you put a vowel, for example, and then a bullet point after it, like that. If it's an exit glottal stop, it's the Romaji vowel, and if it's an entrance glottal stop, it's the bullet point and then the A. So for example, that sounds like this. Let's mute the instrumental so you guys can hear that better. So you can kind of hear how it enters the voice. It enters the voice enters through like opening that muscle in your throat. So it adds a really cool effect if you add it to the end of phrases. So I think that one would sound good here, like to cut off the A. So glottal stop. Just like that. Too fast. Maybe like this. Yep. So it's kind of faster than an N breath. Y'all are calculating. 6 seconds after boop sound effect, you could do it again. Oh my gosh. All right, have fun. A glottal stop and entrance glottal stop would be great here as well. So it's more abrupt than an end breath would be. And when you're singing and you're entering into vowels or exiting out of vowels, sometimes a glottal stop is better than a breath. Let's do a vocal fry here. So the shortcut for a vocal fry is going to be an apostrophe. So they do take a bit of testing to get it to sound exactly the way you want, and you might have to move the fades around, but yeah, also you might have to pitch shift it a little bit because of the frequency map. Hello, Accursed, we're tuning. Now this is the kind of math we need in schools. Oh my gosh. So I'd also recommend making the fade faster, kind of like that. And then there's also a entrance vocal fry, so you can do apostrophe and then a vowel, romaji. I think. No, it's yeah, it's that. Yeah, something like that. Also adjusting the fades for this. Ice, welcome in. Hello. How are you doing? Yeah. We could do a vibrato here. Something like that. Yes. I want a vocal fry here. Apostrophe. Ooh. Okay. Now the other thing that he has is a rolled R. So what you can do is you can just put an R in front of Ra, and it will roll the R. Cool, right? Very cool. It adds an interesting touch. And so if you ever need to spice up like a Ra vowel, you can put an R in front of it to make it sound cooler. Fun, right? And also he has alternate pronunciation, so just Ra is a normal English Ra, or La is an English La, sort of thing. I think that adds a lot of versatility, especially like when I had him pronounce crazy, noisy, bizarre town, he could actually say it with a real English R. Anyways, the other thing we have is extended vowels. So sometimes you need to hold a vowel for a really long time, but because of the way that UTAU stretches samples, it can sound really weird if it's just a long note. For example, this.
Yeah.
That starts to sound really synthetic over time. And of course you can add a vibrato to it, and that makes it sound better, but it still sounds synthetic.
Yeah.
So, oh, hi, welcome in, Pete. Good to have you. Glad you guys could make it. Just doing some tuning. Still fighting over boops, I see. But a good thing to do in this scenario is Higoe Grey actually has extended vowel samples, so it's just one long vowel recording. And if you use that instead of just a long note where it's getting looped constantly, it sounds a lot more natural. So I can cut the note here, and then because the end vowel is eh, I'm going to use the eh extended one, and it's just two of the vowel. So just eh, and that's the extended sample. So it sounds like this now.
Yeah.
That's all one sample. It's not been looped. It's just one long extended sample because of the extended vowels, and it works really well. All right, let's talk about growls. Where's a good place to put one? That's kind of too short of a note. Let's growl this one. Za. So to do a growl, you have to split the note and then use the vowel from the previous note. So in this case, it's ah because it's a za. So we're gonna do ah, and then just insert the ah sample and then add G after it. And that's all you need to do. There you go. Now it's growls. Now it has a growl. it also helps to put the surrounding notes to the fiery append to make it transition better. And that's what that sounds like. Yeah, very fun. Go ham with that. Last one. Oh my gosh, Hunter stole the 400th boop. Wow. Chat is angry about that. 400 is crazy. Hunter sneak attack. You all got played. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Anyways. Back to making Higoe Grey growl. The other thing is his falsetto is on E4. So, for example, if you use the tone shift parameter, you can actually shift between which pitch is used. So if I pull this all the way down, all of these notes will use the G2 pitch, and that's how this is how this sounds. So it has kind of a darker tone. I bet you're proud of that, Hunter. Or if you want it all to be falsetto, you can bring this up, and it'll shift everything to E4, which is a lot softer. If you want to do something with a soft tone, I would recommend using the falsetto E4 for that. But anyways, yeah, so for this, I am going to shift these down since this is kind of a stronger section. And then we're using a lower pitch rather than the falsetto. Gosh, Hunter. Well played. Well played. 400th boop. Yep. Alright. Let's see. What other vocal features do we have for him? I think I went over all of them, but I could be wrong. Oh, yes, we still have one more. We went over glottal stop, vocal fry, growl, rolled R, English L, extended vowels, and the last one we have is strong end breath. So if I just go ahead and select all of these notes and go to batch edits, notes, add tail R, that'll add us some end breaths. Now his normal end breaths are great on their own. However, if you want a stronger end breath, you can use H at the end, RH, and that will add a strong end breath. So, if you need like a really definitive phrase ending, you can use that. It works really well at the end of like long held notes. Amazing. I think it sounds kind of hot, but that's just me. Amazing. You guys still fighting over boops. Craziness. Accursed? No. Exclamation point explode? That's crazy. Why? Alright. I believe there are growled end breaths as well. So for example, if I do a growl note, let's just use this one. We can make it growl. All of the growls have extended growls as well. So if you just put a growl on the end of this, the whole thing is growled. Very growled. Very growly. I want to hear Gray do the ghost rule growl. Oh my gosh. Yes. Thank you for that idea. I'm going to make a cover of that 100%. But anyways, RHG, is it? No, RG. Yeah. End breath growl. Yeah, like that. Oh yeah. Powerful. Powerful. Amazing. Gosh, I love how powerful his growls are. Go ham with his growls. They are the best. They do need to be pitch shifted though. Do be aware of that. What the heck is the growl? Let's see. If we turn on what is it? Modulation plus, you can see the pitch. The pitch fluctuation. It's crazy. Okay. So we got to basically do the opposite of that. Tune it. Tune it like this. The perks of using an FRQ file. Unfortunately, this is what you must do, because the FRQ file really messes up the growl otherwise. What is this tuning? Someone submit this to Vocal Synth Struggles on Twitter. Oh my goodness. Okay, now it's a lot more on pitch. Great. Oh. Yeah, okay. Good luck adding a vibrato to that. Oh wait, that works. Wee. Oh, that messed it up. Anyways, you get the idea. So yeah, those are all the features. Higoe growling like a feral werewolf. Even the UTAU sounds like it's laughing at the end. Bye, Kyle. Have a good one. Thank you for the hugs as well. E. You could do a voice crack here. And a glottal stop at the end of this. Goofy, yeah. Growling like a feral human. Let's do a glottal stop here as well. I love glottal stops in case you can't tell. I use them all the time in Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town. There's a reason I had him record them. It sounds good if you transition from one glottal stop into the other one. Pitch down. I want to do a falsetto flip to that one. We'll do where is it? Tone shift. Yep. Cut that. Strong end breath there. Pitch down. Something like that. I will keep tuning this in the future. I think it would be fun to make an actual cover of this. But anyways, goodbye, Roy. Fighting over boops is crazy. How do I use flags to its full potential? Okay, so I will do a quick thing on flags, and then I'm going to talk about neon smoke and how to use that append. But basically, flags depend on the resampler you're using. I have a list of flags that go with each resampler, but if you aren't sure what they are, have fun, Aftha, goodbye. But if you aren't sure what they are, you can go here to add all expressions suggested by renderers, and that will add any flags that aren't already here that work with the resampler. Some of them don't work. If they don't work, it will say, for example, I know that this one doesn't work. It will say expression not supported by renderer down in the bottom corner. If you can see that right here. And to get to that menu, you hit this little settings icon. The flags are all of these, basically. So you can change resampler engine, you can change decay, you can change attack. But velocity is one of the important ones. It changes how quickly the sample fades in, basically. So with slow velocity, we get really long fades, which sound like this. Really muddled vocals, but if we do like at max, it's like really snappy. This flag basically compresses the portion of the oto responsible for the consonant, making it more transient, basically. So if you want a certain syllable to hit harder or to be faster, especially when it's like a small syllable like this, turning up the velocity can do that for you. There's also gender, which kind of changes the formant of the sound. So for example, it changes like if it sounds like a chipmunk or if it sounds really deep. This is going to sound extremely weird, but here we go. Really deep voice. But if we turn it the opposite direction, it's going to sound like a chipmunk, I think. Yeah, very much chipmunk. So, anyways, hello, Vlad. I'm good. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Just doing some UTAU tuning. You what? I made an AI cover on the dinosaurs. What's that? So, anyways, yes, to answer your question about flags, Hatsune Miku, oh yeah, we stand Hatsune Miku here. Do I like what? Shawama. I swear I've heard that before. Hang on, what is that? Oh, the dish. Yes, I do actually. Why do you ask? Are the boops not working? They should be. Nah, there you go. You get booped. But yeah, anyways, I will do a more in-depth thing with flags because there are a lot of them, but I'm going to quickly go over neon smoke and how to use it, and that will probably be about all I have time for. So I'm going to clone this track just so we have a copy of it for demonstration purposes. And a good resampler to use with neon smoke is going to be tips, because tips does not reference the .frq files when it tries to pitch shift a note. It's one of the only resamplers that doesn't do that. And so for that reason, it works a lot better with whisper banks because it doesn't try to change the pitch all the time. So let's switch to, or not tips, sorry, TNF and DS. So we're going to switch to that resampler, and then I'm going to change all of these notes to be neon smoke, like so. And very quickly you'll notice a change in sound. Yeah, so this is what neon smoke sounds like. It's basically the vocal fry tone. If you notice, it is kind of changing the pitch a little bit. To fix this, if you're going to use neon smoke, I would recommend pitch shifting all of the notes to G2 because it sounds most stable when you do that, when it's not trying to find a pitch for the note. So let's do that real quick, and then I'll show you how that sounds. We can also go up here and reset all of the pitch bends so that it's just one consistent pitch, and that sounds like this. Yeah. ASMR Higoe Grey, literally. So that is how you do that. Just remember, use TNF and DS with wave tool as your, just the default wave tool as your wave tool, and it should come out good. The problem with other resamplers is that they try to like pitch shift it. So for example, if we do it with, especially More Sampler is not great about it. Here's what it sounds like with More Sampler. Oh, hold on. Okay. If it'll load. More Sampler always takes a long time. Yeah, really weird, really inconsistent in volume, trying to find a pitch when there isn't a pitch. Literally all of his FRQ files are just blank. Like there is no pitch to this, but still resamplers try to do it and it sounds weird. But what can you do when it's a whisper UTAU? So yes, use TNF and DS, use wave tool for that. And then for his default banks, Dopelter works really well, TNF and DS works really well, and even the default resampler works really well. So yeah, I am American. Thank you for asking. All right. Well, that is just about all that I have time for. I have had fun with this stream a lot. This has been so much fun. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for staying this long. Much longer than the previous stream, but anyways, I'm gonna real quick just go over my schedule for the next few streams. So obviously we had the interview today. On Saturday, June 7th, in a week, we are having another chatting and tuning stream at 9 p.m. JST. I think that's going to be 10. I think that's 10 p.m. in Filipino time. I'm not sure. I do need to confirm that, but look at the server event in the Discord server. That will tell you the time in your time zone if you're confused. And then in 2 weeks we have the Furloid Sexy Man Showdown. Be there for that. That's gonna be so much fun. We're gonna vote on who the hottest Furloid is, and whoever wins, I'm making a cover with them, which you guys will also vote on. Yes, it is on Saturday. And then on June 21st, we're doing some tuning with Amano Naoki because his birthday is June 22nd. So I want to release just a little fun thing for that. Amano Naoki singing Ariana Grande. How about that? That'll be fun. On June 28th, it's another chatting and tuning stream. And then on July 5th, we're going to do Gartic Phone. In case you don't know what Gartic Phone is, it's basically telephone except drawing. So you draw one part of a drawing, and then someone else has to guess what it is, and then whatever they guess is what gets passed on to the next person who has to draw something based on that, and you get to see the progression of what the drawing became and what people thought it was at the end. So that will be really fun. Yeah, the Furloid Sexy Man Showdown will be really interesting. I'm so excited about that. Anyways, that is just about all that I've got for you guys. Thank you so much for coming to this stream. This was a total blast, and I hope you have fun using Higoe Grey. And I will catch you guys next week. The floof is out.